Alright, so if you've stayed with me this long, thank you. We are now starting game turn 7, and I've set my setup up a little bit differently because I realized after flipping through some of those other videos from games turns 1 through 6, my arm was like all over and you could barely see stuff. So if you stuck with me this long, congratulations. I may have to do an entire new series after I'm done with this one just to have a better angle and to have it more watchable, because I realized that the first few I may have lost a lot of you by now if any of you are actually watching. So I'm going to try this setup. The camera's a little bit in my way, but I'll try to work around it. But being that I had the camera set up on the right side so I could see the screen, which I wasn't looking at as often as I should have, and then being right-handed, my right arm was in the shot quite a bit, and you missed a lot of the action going on the board. So let's see how this works. All right, so game turn 7. Thing changed a little bit, right? So we've got different on the calendar here. We now, instead of, turns 1 through 6 was 1 turn each. You start with turn 7, and you've got a morning phase, a midday phase, and midday being turn 8, and then PM being turn 9. And you can see that the stars on there are when units come in. So, on my cheat sheet here, it's turn 9, turn 12, turn 15. So every third turn, except for turn 19, you get some as well, which I don't think is marked on that sheet. So it's whatever. But at any rate, so now we have to deal with things that happen in the morning and things that don't happen on other turns and things that happen at night. So we have landing phase is normal, and then our HQ phase takes some turns. We can now do our replacement points, so we can move replacement units. We can move units to the reserves, and so they can regenerate faster and they can be off the board and quit just causing overstacks and stuff. So it's a strategy that we can use. We are currently down to 57 points in 4th artillery, 4th division, and 56 points in 5th division. And so we need to start using those. We will use those during the HQ phase of every morning. So that means every third turn we can take replacement steps. I don't know, can I use replacement points other than the morning? I thought that's what I saw, but I'm looking at the turn sheet, and it doesn't say mornings only. Replacement points, 2 points to replace heavy weapons. Units not in reserve can only replace, okay, that's what it is. Yeah, units not in reserve can only replace on the first game turn of the day. So they can only take one step if they're on the board, but they can be moved to reserve at any time at any time during the day, and then they can recover fully there. And they have to stay in reserve for at least a day once they get moved there. So we'll see how we can work that. So first things first, though, we have the amphibious phase. I got 1 unit. I've got my little R here too to remind me that I get that point back of artillery. So I'm going to take this off. I'm going to go ahead over here, and I'm going to mark my 4th division artillery up 1 to 5 where it should be, because of that event we had. All right, so our landing for our 1 little unit, our 1 guy here, who I think I'll have come in on blue 1. He can come in either Y or B. I'll stack him with this tank. I don't think there's any way he can be hit. He's a star. He's not going to get, so he's just going to come in. So I'm going to drop him on top of that tank unit. And there, I've done my amphibious landing phase. Now comes the HQ phase. And this is where these lovely guys come in. My headquarters. Actually, it's this side and this side. And these guys can flip to become command posts. And when they can become command posts, they have a 2 hex radius of command. And then any headquarters within their command can also command up to a 3 hex radius. So as these command posts increase their range, so increases my overall range. So the question is where to place them. I was thinking of doing this off camera. I think I probably will, just because it's going to take a lot of figuring as to where all, where the 23rd Division is, where the 24th, or where the 23rd Regiment is, and where the 24th and 25th and everything, because they're all over the place. So I got to figure that out and figure out where they're going to go. So I'm going to go ahead and stop, and I will probably pick up. I have somewhere I need to be in a little bit, so hopefully I'll have time tonight. I'll pick this up tonight, if not tomorrow. Not that it's going to matter to you, because it's going to be the same video. But anyway, I just wanted to get started and figure out if this camera angle is going to work. Hopefully. All right, so let me go ahead and pause and figure out where to put these command posts, and then we'll come back. All right. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll try it. Okay. So first of all, with the 4th Division here, I've got my 23rd right here in this yellow position, which is not under field of fire of anything. Command post you have to put down in order to flip it, right? Put it in command post mode. They have to not be in field of fire of any Japanese units. That place is not. I seem to have a lot of 23s kind of encircling it, so that'll hopefully allow me to command as many 23s as I can. I actually, and I don't know if this is smart, but I put the 24 and 25 on the same spot. I don't know that I can do that. I think I can. I don't think there's anything that says you can't put more than one command post there, because they don't count for stacking. So, but being that I've got 24s and 25s all around here, I can't put anything here, 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 any of these spots, right? Because they're all in field of fire of the black. So, I'd love to put one here and have these guys in more command, but I mean, this guy will still command these guys. This command post will still command these guys. So I don't think I'm going to have anybody out of command. And then the 25s, same thing. They're all kind of surrounding this area too. So that's what I've done. And they'll move. At least one of them will, as I start spreading, they'll move out. Over here, the 28s are the closest to Suribachi. They're the ones that are going to get hammered, but I need to be able to command them, so I've got that on this huge stack there. I got the 26th right behind it, because I got some 26 up there, and everything's buried. I mean, this 5th Division is all a mess. People are everywhere. But that'll allow me to reach out. I got some 26 up here, and then I got 27. Where did I put? Oh, I put 27 right here on the red spot, because most of my, the 27s are the ones that are kind of going to be reaching up into the brown and the yellow spot. So for better or for worse, that's how I've done it. We'll see if it works out. Hopefully I'll have command. I'm going to mess up command. I'm going to end up moving somebody without thinking about it that may or may not be in command. Because these command posts, they can command their entire regiment, or their entire, regiment. So all 3 battalions in their regiment, the heavy weapons, the tanks, the engineers, all of that within that division, or within that regiment. And then they can control or command an entire battalion, another battalion from another command post. So I think there's going to be enough overlap where I shouldn't have an issue. As I start spreading out, going off that way, there's going to be more of an issue as I start moving things over. But I think for right now, I'm probably okay. All right, and then the next thing that needs to happen is I need to start moving some units off. I need to start getting some people healed up. I need to start spending some points, and then earning some points, because with replacement points, all right, units not in reserve can only replace on the first game turn of the day. So that's now. And then I can't, anything else on the board, I can't do any replacement points again until turn 10, which is the morning of the 21st. So only one step unless in reserve, and then tanks can't recover in intense field of fire. I don't think any of them are. I don't think any of them are hit right now either. But if a battalion is in reserve, an entire battalion, so all 4 units of a battalion are in reserve, I gain a point, right? I gain a reserve point, so that's good. If an entire regiment is in reserve, then I gain a point, an extra point, plus the 3 points I got for each of the battalions. So I can gain 4 points. Like if I took the entire 25th regiment and I put them in reserve, not only do they all heal up, but as long as they're in reserve, I get an extra 4 points. So if I got 4 units that are hit, they get healed for free. They have to be in reserve for a full day, and that's one thing. And Jeff Fike, who did the previous videos, noticed the same thing. These boxes are just boxes, right? Not only that, but the third division box and the 4th division box are kind of bigger than the 5th division box. You know, it is what it is with space and everything, but you're not using one of the regiments in the 3rd division, so or at least you may or may not. But anyway, there's no delineation between morning, afternoon, evening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the morning ones at the top. Anyone who comes out in the morning over the top, anyone who comes out in the afternoon in the middle, anyone who comes out in the evening in the bottom, and I'll just continue to, you know, cycle through so that I know when it's morning, the guys that are in the morning can come back on the board. When it's afternoon, the guys who are already in the afternoon were put in the previous afternoon, they can come off the board, or they can come back on the board, etc., etc. So I'll bring back on before I push back off. And then I guess if there's any that I leave in there longer than a day, I don't know that I would do that, but it's possible. I'll just continue to like move them. So if I put a unit in the morning, and then it becomes, you know, I go through the midday turn and the afternoon or the PM turn, and then I come back to the morning turn. If I decide not to put those guys in, I'll just move them to the afternoon, because they'll be eligible to come back in at any time after that. So I'll just have to figure out which ones are which and keep moving them. I don't think I'll do that, but you know, it's a possibility. All right, so with that, I got to figure out which ones I mean, I'll be going through these, but it is time for me to pause at the moment, and I'll come back hopefully this evening and be able to finish up this turn. All right, so I'm back. We did put the command post out earlier this evening, or earlier this afternoon, or whenever it was. Now I got to start thinking about garrisons. Now, this is all the garrison tokens that they gave us, which, I mean, I guess is a decent amount, but there's a lot of real estate here. I'm guessing, and I guess it'll work, you know, once we tackle Suribachi, everything starts moving that way. You can kind of start picking up from behind and putting them ahead. So that'll work. But for right now, hopefully I can put out a decent number of garrisons. Now I put my HQs out. I flipped into command posts, so they now have a range of 2. So everything that I control that is not in a field of fire, I can put a garrison on. So not this one. Of course that big stack. Of course that big stack that I have to lift up and put a garrison underneath. So I'm going to move these guys, I'm going to move these guys. I'm going to lift that entire stack up. I'm going to drop a garrison underneath there. Those guys back, put those guys back. Alright, let's see, garrison here. I just don't like a big mess. Alright, these guys back on top of that. Garrison here. Alright, let's not really that important right now because I have command posts literally sitting on top of it, but eventually I'm going to move. I'm going to want to know they're okay. This one's we're within 2. That purple is within 2. All right, so I got those reds. Dang it. Sorry, I'm meticulous. I gotta be. Alright, so yeah, yellow, red, green. This one is not in anybody's field of fire. I control it. It's within 2. Garrison. That yellow is garrisoned. That yellow underneath them is garrisoned. This brown, garrison. This blue is within 2, that's a garrison. This green, yeah, it's in nobody's field of fire, so that's a garrison. That green underneath the command posts is a garrison. Lots of positions are all mine. I think that's it. Yeah, this guy's in field, but he's not within range of the command post, so I can't take that one. This guy's nice and safe though, pretty much. He's got steady field of fire from them. But alright, so I think that's it on the garrisons. Next is going to be the replacement points. And I gotta locate all my guys that need replacing. So I might do that off camera just because that's going to take a while. It's going to take a lot of points. So I'll catch you up after I do it. Alright, so, sorry, move this over here. I was starting to do this off camera, but I think I got to talk it through. So I've already healed up 5 points over here in my heavily hit areas. So I'm going to go ahead and take 5 points off of my marker sheet over here. I just did that, moved that over for the 5th division. But I'm thinking I need to take some units off. I didn't want to take anyone. I couldn't take anybody that's in the front there, but I'm looking at the 227s. This guy has been hit twice. And I think I got another one that's been hit somewhere. But the problem is, I was looking, I can't find them all. So here's 228, 226. See, they're everywhere. So I'm thinking I take my 227s off. I got the whole battalion off. And if I take the whole battalion off, then I get an extra point. And so I think I want to start using that, but I gotta find everybody first. And if I find everybody and then I let them heal, I can bring them all back together, and then they're grouped again. And when the fewer units that are out here that I need, the more likely it is I can find, buddy up, basically. All right, so there is E227. Knocking stuff over. Do I have any 27s in here? There's my HQ. And then the rest of these guys are 28s. See, I mean, this stack is ridiculous. I got E228. I got 128. I got 2 tanks, I got 126, and I got the headquarters to 227. So like none of the 4 infantry units on here match. So if I take the headquarters off of that, put those back on there. Now I gotta find the other 227 units. Where are they at? Whoa. Oh, there we go. This guy, who I healed up. I healed that guy off camera. So I'm going to take that back. But he's in a field of fire. But he's disrupted. So it can go in reserve if not in field of fire after the action phase. I would guess he's probably still in field of fire, so I can't get him out of there. So that means I put this guy back and I put my HQ back. So I'll at least heal this guy 1. Do I even need to yet? Can I wait until I pull them off? And then use that point? Nah. Alright, so that's 1 more. So I'll move that down 1. And then I've got... Alright, so I got 127s. This is garrisoned, and it will remain garrisoned. Right? Because it's under my control. I don't think I made a card for garrisons, honestly, because I thought, it's an easy enough concept. But now I'm thinking, shoot, do I... Headquarters, command post and garrisons, 39. Okay. God help me if I drop this manual on the board and scatter everything everywhere. Alright. Placing garrison markers. In HQ phase, place garrison marker in position hexes meeting the below requirements. Below requirements. Up top there. In the command range of a command post, yep. Occupied or adjacent to a U.S. unit, yep. In U.S. communication, yep. Not in field of fire Japanese unit, yep. Okay, so even though this guy's on the front line out here, he's not in Japanese field of fire, so I was able to garrison him. So that said, I can take that guy off, and it's still mine. So can I take the 127s off? This guy's got a step loss. Where are the rest of my other 127s are over here marching on this brown position. And they're in a field of fire, so I can't take them off anyway. So that blows that out of the water. So I will heal that up, definitely, for 1 point. Might as well heal the other guy up for another point. Is there anybody I can pull off that I don't need at the moment? There's these 326s who I don't really need right now. Yeah. Alright, they're not in the field of fire. Let me pull them off just to get the point. Now the beautiful thing is I don't have to actually heal these guys. I'm just going to pull them off, put them in reserve, but I'll get the point. And here's the thing. I know I don't know, there's something about when you get the points. I'm not going to worry about that whole thing. As soon as I pull a unit off, when they're in reserve, they can heal fully. But it's, the next morning or whatever it is. I don't care. They're not coming off to the next day anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and take the points when I take them off the board. As soon as I take units off the board, I'm going to heal them completely and just leave them out there until I can put them back on the board. And So I would immediately lose those points. And then anything like this, where I take a full battalion, or, you know, if I can swing it at some point, a full division, or not the division, a full regiment, I will take those extra points right away. That way I'm not going to forget about them. So these guys are 5th Division. So I'm going to put them up here, out of camera range, up in the top portion of my little green box up there. So that tells me that I put them up there in the morning, and so they will be able to come out the following morning. None of them had to heal, but I'm giving myself 1 point back because it's a full regiment. All right, and that makes a little bit of space for me. Is there anybody else I feel like I can pull off? I don't think I want to pull these 327s off, even though they're not connected, because I got to get up here and I got to take those. Once I take those and I get all the way across the beach, or all the way across the island, then I think I can really, you know, more so start taking units off, because then I'll cut the head off the snake, and I won't have to worry about raids, because I'll have everyone here in a line, I'll have everyone over here bunched together, and I'll have a bunch of stuff in here that I'll control with garrisons, and hopefully I won't have to worry about them. But I got to get up there and do that first. Alright, so I think that's all I'm doing with the 5th. I've already healed everything over here that I can. So this one guy that was down to 1 pip is now up to 3. So that's nice. I've been able to heal him 2 turns in a row, or 5th turn and 7th turn. So I think that's it over here. Now let's look at the 4th. Alright, what do I have over here? Starting over here. Well, let's see if I can pull anybody off that I don't need at the moment, and that might need a little healing. Alright, so I got these 2 24s. They're all full strength, but they're all back. I don't need them right now. So just to get the points, we're going to yank them off the line. And we're going to put them up in the box in the top section where it's morning. And because I did that, I'm not healing anybody, but I'm going to immediately take my point over on the chart over there. Okay, so what's next? Is there anybody else I feel like I want to take off? These 123s are charging up. Everybody else is kind of in the fray over here. I mean, I have some mishmash back here. I got the 124s. 1, 2, 3. And where's Papa 24? Alright, he's way over here. That's right. These guys got separated. This guy's leading the charge over here, so I can't really take them off because I really kind of need him over here charging this black. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so it's probably just the one, that one group. That'll at least get me 1 point. Alright, so I'm going to heal that guy 1. That's 1 point. Mark that off before I forget. What do I have here? Alright, I got this guy that needs a little healing. So let's take the step loss marker away from him. There's 1 more. I think the 4th is in a little bit better situation, a little bit better health than the 5th was. Alright, so I got this guy, and he's charging, so I really need him at full strength. So there's another point. Get these guys healed up. I fear late in the game running out. We're getting close to the point where I think if any one division has 14 or fewer points left, then your catastrophic loss limit goes from 4 to 3. So I fear getting to that point. Alright, this guy's this guy's hurt. So I'm going to take that away. That's another point off. But I'm still at, what, I'm at 49. Ew, 49. So I've already used quite a bit from 5th division. Alright, there's a step loss right there. Let's heal that guy up. But since I can only use him, you know, basically every 3rd turn, it doesn't hurt me tremendously to heal these guys up now in case they get hit again. I don't have to worry about the catastrophic loss deal as much. Alright, what's up with these disrupted units? Yeah, I got a step loss there. So let's heal him up. Full. That's another point. And I want to say that's about it. Let's see, I got a step loss here. That's 123. Those 120, that 123, they're all charging up. So let's get this guy healed up full. Alright, that puts me at 51 for the 4th division. I think that's about it, right? Doesn't look to be any more stacks here that look like they have. There's a step loss right there. Alright, so we'll heal that guy up. Alright, so that puts my 4th division at 50, my 5th division at 49. I don't think I have any tanks and engineers at a loss, because I think the one tank that got hit early on I've already healed. So, or I guess in the sense of a tank, I've repaired it. And really in the sense of replacement, I'm not healing them. I'm just adding more units to their regiment. New guys. Alright, so that looks to be about good. Alright, so we've done our replacement points. So we've done our garrisons, we've converted our regimental HQs, and we've done our replacement points. And we've transferred units to the reserve pool. So that is the end of the HQ phase. So now we go on to the first event phase. We've been lucky with this, so I expect to be unlucky now. We are now on turn 20. Oh, look at that. Now we get airstrike points. Sweet. Alright. Oh, and by the way, now we are at the point where we are getting airstrike and naval points every morning. I believe that is correct. Alright, go through my nice little stack of stuff. Alright, save 1 point at the start of each day from game turn 7 on. Yeah, so I haven't given myself those points yet. So I get a naval point and an airstrike point, and the event gives me another airstrike point. So I'm sitting at 2 and 3. That's pretty good. Hopefully I can use those. Now remember, I can't carry over more than 2 points per day, but I no longer am under the constraints of having to use the air and the naval the turn that I get them, like I did from game turns 1 through 6. So I can still hang on to those through the afternoon phase, and then I just have to use it by the PM phase, before the PM phase is up. So if I get a chance to bomb a black position, you better believe I'm going to do it. But I got to rush it. Alright, so now we're on the Japanese fire phase. I didn't have any amphibious landings. Oh, yeah, I did. I just brought him in. So I don't have a card in the sequence track for amphibious landing. But now we're at the Japanese fire phase. So this should be fun. Actually, maybe it won't be too bad. But I got a lot of guys on the right side here that are in steady fire of these two black units. So we'll see what happens. All right. I got orange tank, which means that the black can take the tank, the armor action. I got green R, and I got brown. Now we're in the 7th turn, so these letter actions start to happen. All right, so if a black is to take this action, then the orange will not take that action, and won't take any actions. So let's see if I have any tanks in steady fire that have a diamond. I don't think I do. That's the only place there. And then over here, whoops, I got an engineer there. Move these guys out of the way for a second so I can grab that other stack. Aha, I have a tank. He is in steady fire. And he is a diamond, of course. So, whammo, he will take a hit. That's not good. Because I already don't have enough tanks up here to barrage these guys when I reveal them. Now I have a half-strength tank, so I'm going to have to I'm going to have to move him out and repair him, move him back in. I could move him to reserve. Well, no, I can't move him to reserve because he's in field of fire. Alright, so I used tank there for black. So does that mean I now don't do... I think that means I don't do that action for that color at all. Now, it's technically not a letter action, but I think that it kind of functions as one with that black on the top. I don't know that I have that written down. If black line, here we go, I do. If black line above letter and black position within 2 hexes of the color. Oh, within 2 hexes of the color. Yeah, there is a yellow that's within 2 hexes, so that did happen. Black position does the action, color position does nothing. So it's just the position, it's not the color itself. So orange is, yellow, whatever, is still doing the tank action wherever they are. Thing is, there's really no other yellows that can do anything. That guy can't do anything. I'm not in any field of fire for him. This guy over here projects to here, but that's it. And so I have nobody in its field of fire. So, yeah, that wasn't too bad. However, now we have to do the rest of the black action. Alright, so the steady field of fire, anything with a diamond is going to get hit. That's a diamond unit. Why did I think there was a triangle? Well, that guy had just healed up. Now he's getting popped again, and he's still disrupted. Nice thing is his disruption marker doesn't change color, so I will still be able to undisrupt him this turn. I gotta get him out of here. Or I gotta just sacrifice his butt and go up there and reveal that big fortification section. But we'll see. Alright, so that's all black can do over there. So now over here, I already hit the tank. Diamonds are getting slayed. Oops. No, I had to flip them anyway. Alright, so that is 1 hit. So one of them already hit a tank. So that's actually, I've got 2 more that will take a hit. He got hit and he got disrupted. So that's going to be that. Those are stars. There's a diamond, of course. So that's 3. Oof. So much for my assaulting. See, how on earth do you do this? How on earth are you supposed to assault the black positions when all your guys keep getting hit to the point that they are disrupted and they can't run in? I don't know. I really don't know. I guess I gotta hope that my HQ units can come in there, take maybe one hit on the next turn, because the HQ units don't get disrupted. That's right. HQ units do not get disrupted. Where am I wrong? Always looking at rules. Always looking at rules. Yes. Stacking. Can't recover if adjacent to undisrupted Japanese units. Yeah, why did I think that the HQ units couldn't get disrupted? I don't know why that's in my head, but oh well, I guess they can't. See, so I mean, they're going to run in, they get hit, they get disrupted, and then I can't attack. So how do you how do you even get close? Oh, these guys are here. I don't know how you get close to the black positions, because they're constantly going to be taking hits. I mean, I think I'm doing the right thing in surrounding it. But, I mean, if they got hit in steady fire, that ends up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 6, 7, 8 units right now, because 2 of them got disrupted, hit and disrupted. So I got 8 units rushing in, 4 of them can get hit. So, yeah, I guess. And I guess that's how you do it. You just got to run them in, take your hits, and then the ones that didn't get hit, reveal them, and then just start bombing the crap out of them. Alright, so that's all the diamonds in that black area. Alright, so yellow is done, black is done, so green. Green does the R action. And the R action is going to be if it's occupied and units are in field of fire, then place a depth marker and fire. If it's occupied and not in field, no units in field of fire, so that's going to be everybody. Move one unit closer. Move unit closer to an empty position group hex and fire. So he doesn't gain depth, but he's going to move closer, and that's everybody, right? Not just. And then unoccupied within 3 hexes is going to be reinforced. Place a reserve unit and a depth marker, but they don't fire. So that's purple. Purple positions. Let me get that back out, just in case I need to refer to it. Alright, so here is a purple position. It is within 3 and it is occupied. So it will get a depth marker and then it will fire. So, there's a depth marker. Now it can hit 2 things. I've got 2 stacks that are within range of it. So I'm looking for a diamond. That guy already got hit. These guys were out of range of black. No, they weren't. Oh, that's black. So if there's a diamond in here, it would have gotten hit by the black. There is no diamond. There is no diamond. So nothing got hit from the black, and nothing's getting hit from the purple. But it gained a depth marker, so it's just going to get that much more difficult to nail as we're trying to approach Suribachi. And again, I feel strategically, I did not get close enough to Suribachi by this turn. I feel like I should have it surrounded and be taking my lumps, but ready to move in now. Although I guess, I mean, what could I have done, right? what could I have done? I could have gotten one spot, one spot closer there, and you know, I got my green position there. I could have gotten here, here, here. Then I just would have been sitting there waiting and just getting pummeled by black. So what would be the point? So yeah, now they got to start moving in. All right, so that was that purple. Okay, we got this guy up here. Can he hit these guys? Yes, by golly, he can. So he gets a depth marker, and that is region 3. Now, with region 3, I've got him in a cup. Why, you say? Because there are armor units. There are armor depth markers, and the stupid thing is, the armor depth markers say armor depth on them, but yet it's supposed to be a random draw. Why would you do that? Why not just put armor on the back side of the depth? Although I guess when you draw the armor depth, that means you replace the unit with an armor with a tank. So I don't know how you would have gotten around that. So all right, so there's my depth. Put my cup back. And this purple position over here in section 3, sector 3, gets a depth and it fires. Alright. So let's zoom in there and see what we have. Alright. So these guys need a diamond, and I do have a diamond. But that guy, yeah, that guy already got hit. So why is he not disrupted? Or did I miss him? No, because I think he was at full strength. I don't know. I'm going to say he did get hit, should have been disrupted. From the black. And so purple just gains that reinforcement. Alright, so I have this position. So that's it. Why am I doing purple? It's green. Ah! How did I do that? How on earth did I do that? Where did I get purple from green? So anyway, that didn't happen. And then that didn't happen. They didn't hit anybody anyway. So all I did was do the wrong color. Alright, let's back up. Green. Green does the resupply. And I don't have any greens in field of fire where my units are in field of fire. So that's a small victory. But now, greens that are occupied with no units in field of fire, they are all going to redeploy. So now we're moving out a little ways. So I got that green unit. It would redeploy, but there's nowhere to redeploy to. See, here's where it gets weird, because it's just flat out not going to do. If it's occupied position with no units in field of fire, moves to the next position within 3 hexes of the current position, with U.S. units near and U.S. units near it, and it will fire. So basically, if and black units will never redeploy. Oh, I'm below the camera. So it's only if it can move into a place where units are in field of fire. Now, alright, there's no green. That's a green right there. But it has nowhere to move to. There's no other green that's close enough to where it could move to a place with U.S. units in field of fire. So green does nothing. The last one is reinforce, which is an unoccupied, in communication, U.S. units within 3 hexes. And I have none of those either. So that's cool. We got off scot-free with green. I don't have any empty greens within 3 spaces. So that doesn't happen. There's not even any greens on Suribachi, period. So the only green over there was the one that I took outside of Suribachi. So that's cool. We didn't have to do the R action, like, literally at all. So now we have brown. And that's just a straight up fire. So this guy's firing. Once again, this guy is in field of fire, but he's already been hit and disrupted. So he can't get hit by that guy. Brown does not project into that. I don't think it does into that. Right. Yeah, no, it doesn't. These units got all jacked up, and it's bugging me. So watch me do this. Watch me make it worse. Come on. Oh my gosh. Comedy. Alright. Wow. They're just, if we could make these hexes just a tiny bit bigger, tiny bit more space in between them, it would be so much easier, because you gotta have like little tiny baby fingers to get in between them and grab those units. Alright, so I got a brown up there. These guys are in steady, but they are not diamonds. There's a diamond, and he's in steady. So he's going to get hit by that brown. So this guy gets hit and disrupted. Right there. Okay, so that brown is done. Yeah, we got no other brown. Alright, so there is our Japanese fire phase. Alright, now we have a second event phase because we're on turn 7. So, right here. Game turn 7. Oh, Japanese depth. Okay, so there we go. We were due. Alright, so Japanese depth means that I think, and I'll look it up. Oops. I will look it up, but Japanese depth means that somebody close to me is going to get a Japanese depth marker. I think it's just one. Add a Japanese depth marker to the nearest Japanese occupied position adjacent to a U.S. unit in each sector. Each sector? So that means 3? If all are occupied, add it to the nearest black position. What the heck? I thought it was only going to be 1 unit. It's 3. Add a Japanese depth marker to the nearest Japanese occupied position adjacent to a U.S. unit in each sector. Wow. Alright, so we just got 3 depth markers. So if all are occupied, add it to the nearest black. Alright, so it's going to go in the lowest, right? The lowest number. So it's A5, B1, A3. So it's going to go in B1. So purple, which we thought was going to get a depth earlier when I was using the wrong color, is actually going to get a depth. So that's Sector 1. Sector 2. Oh, please don't let it be this guy that I got a close combat. That's B3. That's going to be that guy. It's the only guy I'm close to. Son of a biscuit. Alright, so he gets a depth marker. So not only do I have to close combat him, but he's got depth. He's probably going to have +4 strength. Well, the close combat is just a 1, so. But he'll still get 3 cards to my 3 cards, unless I just totally go in there with a crap ton of units. I don't know. Alright, and in Sector 3, it's the closest, and it's going to be that black unit right there. Alright, because it says, add a depth marker to the nearest Japanese occupied position adjacent to a U.S. unit in each sector. Okay, adjacent to. If all are occupied, add it to a black. So there's nobody adjacent. But what the heck does that mean? If it's not, if all are occupied, if all what? If all Japanese positions Add it to the nearest black position. Well, alright. I'm just going to interpret that as add it to the nearest black position. There's not an adjacent. So that guy gets a depth. So now we got 5. Ugh. 5. Why? Why? I'm gonna turn the fan off. It's getting a little cold in here. Alright. Alright, so now it's my turn to do some stuff. Alright, and this video is getting a little long. I haven't even done anything and I'm already at like 30 something minutes. Alright, so yeah, we gotta start moving. These guys, I gotta close combat that son of a gun. And it's gotta be, I gotta bring the house, right? Wait, why do I have, okay, they are disrupted underneath there. Alright, I gotta bring the house. So I can have a total of 12, which will give me 3 cards. And a flamethrower will give me a 4th card. So I've got 6 and 6 here and here. If I take them, I got nothing to advance on Suribachi with, but I gotta get that blue unit out of the way so I can start moving everybody in. I mean, do I wait on Suribachi until I get everybody in place? I don't know. I just don't feel like I'm set up real good on that side of the board. Alright, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I gotta get rid of this guy. So I'm going to move in with these guys, and then I'm going to say that I'm going to do it at the end of the turn so that I can move those other guys in as well. I'm going to move them over here so that hopefully I notice them and I don't forget about close combat. Alright, so that's that unit I have to hit. Everything else is just move. Now I can move up to 3 on a turn now instead of just 2. Yeah, okay. So these guys have got to come in here and they got to take muff fire. The good news about that is if these guys move up, so I'll move, wait. Do I have, I don't have a headquarters. Alright, so that's 1. Oh yeah, I gotta worry about command too. I got my 127 there. Oh, okay. These guys are 127, so they want to be with their Sarge. So if I move this guy over here and then over here, this move is fine, and this move we take muff, but I got a 50-50 chance he'll be okay, and then his muff fire is only 1 away, so I can move people in without having issues. So let me try that. I'm going to move this guy. No, he came across the dang bluff. Stupid bluffs. Alright. So, it is what it is. I got to move this guy in. This guy's going to move here. And then I'm going to take muff fire for that guy. So I got to hope I don't get a brown. And I didn't. Okay, good deal. So he moves in, doesn't take fire. He moves in. I don't have to worry about him taking fire. Alright, so those guys are done. Oops. Whoa. These guys will move in here. So I got that guy ready. These guys will move up over the ridge. They're both 3s. The problem is now these guys are 3 away from command post, so they won't be able to go next turn because I don't have my headquarters there. I don't have any of these guys. I don't have their headquarters there. The engineer maybe, because he's in command of this guy, but my 127 is way over here and I can't get him over there. So hold up. If I move this guy here, he's within 2 here. Now he's got a range 3 with his guys. So yeah, now I can do that. So I'll move him over there. I'll move these guys up here into this position here. They really need to get over here. They would stop. Yeah, okay. But where's their guy? Okay, so he's A20, okay, so he can... I gotta be paying attention to the numbers. Alright, so these guys are gonna hop over here. They're not moving. There was no field of fire here, so they can move over there without any muff. But they stop once they jump over the bluff. That's okay. Alright, so they'll be able to assault this guy next turn. Alright, now I'm starting to get that divide. I got my 5th over here, I got my 4th over there. We're going to start moving some units this way. I don't think I want to move into that steady field of fire, or that intense field of fire of black just yet until I have enough units to swarm. And then when I swarm, they'll be hitting some but not all. I'll still have some full strength units to jump in and try to attack things. But I don't know. I also have to think about revealing. Somehow, some way. Oops. It's just so ridiculous. Oh, that's right. These guys are going to end up jumping in here. So I'm going to go ahead and take these guys and put them over here just for now. I'm going to undisrupt these guys. I'm going to undisrupt these guys. I'm going to undisrupt these guys. But let me see about stacking. Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I can undisrupt. But 2 of them will remain disrupted because I'll move the other 2 off the top. Next turn. Alright, this stack, I gotta start moving some folks. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so these tanks have got to be on the move. These guys, I can go... Well, I can't yet. I can't yet because I got my close combat guys that are technically in this spot here. Because if they don't win, they get kicked back out. Blue position is just all up in my way. These guys will come up over the bluff there. I don't suffer muff fire because I have units next to this guy. So they're coming there. These guys will follow. These guys. This guy. It's only one guy. Okay. I'll put him there. I got heavy weapons, so why don't I move this guy here? Now these heavy weapons will be moving up over a stupid bluff. So they'll move here. It doesn't matter where I move this guy. So I'll keep him, no, move him up here. Alright, I gotta get those tanks closer. And I already have 2 tanks here. So where are these tanks going? Well, these tanks, we'll go ahead and go, is that a bluff? Yeah, it's a bluff. They can't go there. Where the heck are they going? They gotta go here. They gotta go down here. I already have an engineer there. Lord have mercy. How did they do this in real life? Alright, this tank's gonna move down here. This tank's gonna have to stay put for now. I need to be able to move those guys off. See, but if I have to wait till the end of the turn before I do close combat and these guys have a potential of moving back, I can't move those guys. I don't know. Maybe you guys, if anybody's watching this, if anybody out there is watching this, they can tell me, make a comment and tell me what exactly I need to do here. That would be dandy. Alright, gotta get my heavy weapons on the move. I want to reunite my 327s. This guy, when did this guy become disrupted? Did he take a hit? Or he was disrupted because there was a stack. So he'll become undisrupted and turn that way. Okay. So my weapons guys, I didn't move these guys yet. Or did I? Yeah, I moved them up off the beach. And then I moved these guys. Or I moved them from here, there, and there, and there. But that leaves 2 heavy weapons units here. Yeah, let me have moved these guys here on that HQ. And then these guys can move here. Alright. So that's everything I can do with the 5th Division. So now let's come over to the 4th Division and see what I can do. Not much. Alright, here we go. We're doing it. This guy's coming here. He gets muff fire, so hold up. Before I do that, I'm going to move this guy here. He will take... Yeah, no. I guess it's going to be this guy, because if the headquarter gets hit, then he's 1 step away. So I'll move that guy in. It's black and it's intense. So does that mean he automatically gets a hit? Or is it movement under fire? Muff is resolved like normal fire for intense and steady. Black positions unit would be hits if there's any... Oh, that's what it is. Okay, so I draw a card, and if it's any color within 3 hexes. So it's not an automatic, but if I get a yellow, a purple, although not a purple because I own purple. Yellow, well, there's a purple up there. So yellow or purple or blue. I don't want to see yellow, purple, or blue. But what are the odds? Yeah, see, I got a yellow. So this guy takes a hit, gets disrupted. So he took 1 for the team so that I can move in closer. And now they're focused on him, so everybody else can come in without issue. This guy coming here. Alright. I don't have enough space. So this guy getting hit sucked. If it was this guy, that's fine because I can move one from here, and those guys still come in there full strength. But if I move these guys in like that, these guys have got nowhere to go. I can bring that engineer. But see, now I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units, and 5 of them are going to get hit on the next turn. And then they're just going to keep getting hit. I'll try to reveal them and then disrupt them with fire, with naval fire and stuff. But that first round, before I get them revealed, is going to be no bueno. Alright, well, the good news is, I guess, that everybody else can get a wee bit closer, and they probably won't get hit because there's not going to be enough fire left for them to do so. Alright. Where's my 125s? I got 225s there. Where's my 125s? Oh, back here. They're all following. Alright, so if I move that guy up like that, that guy's disrupted from getting hit this turn. I can move these guys up here. This guy over there. Gotta bring my tanks up. My tanks can't make it. My tanks are gonna get stuck right here. Although, I guess they can go up into here and then down into there. Gosh. What a... Alright, so he can move. Yeah, terrace is still one movement only. Alright, so that's it. That's what's got to happen. Alright, this guy, alright, I'm going to take my heavy weapon and come over here and up because this beach is cleared, so I got 3 movement on the beach. This guy's going to come up into here. That tank is going to roll back so that I can take him out of service. And then this tank is going to move up here. Yeah. Okay. There. So that happened. This guy, I'm just going to move him one more just so he's alone. And I can see that he's wounded and I can take him out of service. Alright. Those guys are disrupted. These guys lose their disruption on this turn. And then they're done. Alright. Alright, so everybody here is trying to inch closer. These guys are kind of just stuck. Alright, these tanks are going a roundabout. So they got to come down here in order to continue. Wait, no. They've got to move up here. Alright, well that works. Now they're on 3. And that is still a terrace, so they can get, I don't know. I don't even know. Tanks have got to be able to move in terrace. Yes, tank movement, yes. They, starting terrace only move 1 hex, unless they've been bulldozed. Okay, so they moved 1 hex. They're still in terrace. So that's good. Once this gets revealed, I got tanks here that are in position to barrage. Yeah. Okay, so, alright. I think that's everybody. These guys have got to start moving up. So if this guy moves here, that's 1. And if he moves again, he takes movement under fire. Then the other guys can come up and join. So he'll do that. Hope I don't turn the blue. And I don't. Okay. Hey, small victories. Alright, so he's there. Now that place projects only 1 hex out. So I will go 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Whoa, that's not... Where's my other 1? Where's my other 123? These are all 323s. Is that him? Yeah, that's him. Okay. Alright, and I got that engineer. So 1, 2, 3. Should I have moved them this way and them that way? 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Okay, so these guys will go 1, 2. They're gonna go here. And these guys will go here. Because I don't want them in field of fire yet. Because I can move a guy in and then have one guy take muff on the next turn. Everybody else can move in and I got them surrounded. This engineer, I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll move him this way. So, nope, he can only move 1, so we'll just put him on the garrison. Alright. So that is everybody. That is everybody who can do anything. And so my US action phase is done. Now we have the artillery phase, and I'm running out of room on this video. It's getting long. So let's do this pretty quickly. Alright, so that's it for my action phase. Artillery is happening in Sector 2. That's going to be divided by 10. Sector 2 I've got 12 full, and so that is 21. So 2 units get hit. It is going to be, oh my gosh, I knocked the stack over. Where are they? What? Why is... I don't even know where these guys were. I think it was... I don't know. It was here and here. I don't know how that happens. Alright. So artillery now are... we no longer have priority 1 and priority 2 because it's game turn 7. So now it's closest to the airfield. So what that means is I take 2 hits and 2 of these guys, 2 of these stacks can get disrupted to avoid actually taking a hit. So unfortunately, it's going to be these 2 saps that I just moved. So they're going to become disrupted. Because I'd rather be disrupted than wounded. And these guys might just be our sacrificial lambs going forward. And these guys, I'll have them come over and take that red position. Alright, so that was that. I don't have anybody in Sector 1, so Sector 3 will take 19. Divided by 8 is 16 round. Yeah, so it's 2 units are going to get hit over here. And it is a circle. See, here we go. Alright, this guy has already been hit this turn. I don't know if that matters for artillery, but I'm going to say it does. I got a circle engineer right here who's going to unfortunately have to take a hit because I got to keep these guys I can't disrupt these guys because they're going to hit this position. Alright, so it was just the one unit that gets hit, because that's all I got. So there you go. Alright, so that is artillery, Japanese raid. Everyone is within one of a undisrupted unit. Even these guys I shot up there, they're good. So that is it. That is the end of this very long turn. I think this camera angle is working out a little bit better. Alright, we'll see you on turn 8.